Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week.
Clap your hand one time.
The sound of one hand clapping is what you are requesting?
Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, is that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am joined every week by my inimitable co-hosts Andrew TD and quiet Michael Labune, misnamed and no time for explanations. And we will have some very, very funny memes for you. But first, a trademark patented essential component of every episode of Facebook for the Blind, the depressing news. Yeah,
We're number one in depressing news.
It's true.
Yep, that's our shit.
Absolutely true. Yep. All right, so here's my cool graphic for that. Yeah. A lot of shit going around the world, as you know. I mean, everything's been completely dominated by the wars in the Middle East, but hey, here's a fun thing, in my global conflict tracker here, there's wars all over the place. There's a lot of crap going down right now. It's Israel, Palestinian. I mean, there's bad all over the place. Meanwhile, a friend of the show and inimitable co-host Quiet Michael Labune is watching the Ohio election results. And apparently also, Andy Bashir is now a Kentucky governor, re-elect. Oh, I like that. That is good. That is good. Kentucky.
Things are looking up all over. I will say Mississippi still looking pretty red, surprising no one. But we don't need their fucking 0.75 electoral votes or whatever. Fuck.
There you go. Right on.
Also, there's wars everywhere, and sure. Ohio exists. Lots of bad news.
Yeah, it's true. But look at this delightful orange and purple issue number 2, legalized marijuana. Results coming in from Ohio. Yes, 55.7%. It looks like the stoners of Cincinnati, Columbus, and Cleveland have triumphed over the Hicks in the sticks. 61% of the vote is in. Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Who's the guy who sings about Afro Man? He lives in Ohio. Oh, okay. There's going to be some cool stuff happening in Ohio. Moving on. This is a really cool image that I found. It was posted. There was a whole lot of hoop-de-hoo that was made out of it. It is an analemma, which was shot from Cairo, Egypt, over the pyramids. So you can see the pyramids there on the horizon. There's a date on it. It says from the 22nd of April, 2023 to the 17th of May, 2023. And this guy composited these photos and constructed an analemma, which is a time-lapse exposure of the moon in all of its positions, which makes like a figure eight, like an interesting figure eight in the sky.
For our listeners, it is a relief that it doesn't look like this all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be so fucking freaky, man.
Yeah. Anyway, I posted it on Facebook, and I got to tell you what, I was so proud of all my friends because nobody pointed out how the word analemma is spelled, because it really does look like anal Emma, but everyone was really kind. Joyce, Aline passes this one along. I don't know if you remember this, but Ivanka was called to testify against her father in the fraud trial, I believe. There's so many crimes. It's really hard to keep track of, but Ivanka pled that she said she needed a pause in the New York trial because it was during school week and would create an undue hardship. She's a billionaire-ish, whatever, Kushner. I mean, and what she doesn't have coverage to do things during the school week. You got to be freaking kidding me. Then she posts and she's partying with the Kardashians. And anyway, it was very funny. Despite the fact that the fraudster in chief, the ex-president, was on the stand yesterday on Monday and was scolded by the judge. He was grilled by prosecutors in that New York fraud trial testimony, and literally scolded by the judge, the man who controls his business assets and will judge what they are freaking worth. He sassed him from the witness stand. Despite that fact, he is still the GOP's front runner in multiple states, multiple 5 out of 6 swing states. They're calculating that the ex-president alleged criminal, sorry, is ahead, which is just, again, I'm blown away. I remember when my mom complained about Nixon and explained Watergate to me as a child. She said there were these tapes, and he was just swearing. He was swearing so much, and people just didn't know. People didn't know that the president swore. Today, you can be under indictment for 89 crimes, all of which we witnessed and saw and know he's guilty of. Times have changed. Hey, you know, rich people being wrong is one of my favorite things. Elon Musk, one of our favorite pricks, he was staggeringly wrong about Sam Bankman-Fried. You remember the crypto guy that swindled all the people? He also was a major donor to the Democratic Party, and Elon was like, oh, so you know it's not going to be investigated. Nope, Sam's going to prison. Those liberal judges are just fine putting douchebags in jail. We don't really care what they are. This episode of the news from Facebook for the Blind for November 7th brought to you by Pink Guillotines. Yes, pink guillotines. Everybody needs a pink guillotine. And you know what? If you give me your address and send me $4 on my Venmo, I will send you this pink guillotine 3 inches tall as a magnet for your fridge or the back of your car. It's a lovely addition. And when politicians see it, they'll be reminded that, you know, pink guillotine. Moving on. Friends of mine, and I only know this from Facebook, were very excited because the Texas Rangers won the World Series. So, yay. I learned that from Facebook.
The Walker Texas Rangers? The regular one.
Chuck Norris.
Dude, you and George, Chuck Norris and the Walker Texas Rangers. Anyway, I don't know what to say, but some friends of mine are happy. So, yay, my friends. On the stand, the ex-president and Orange Voldemort character said some truly bizarre stuff, including, I'm not a windmill person. And the headline in Politico was, Trump takes the witness stand and doesn't break character. And it just really, the analysis was like still playing to his base, you know, like doesn't matter, you know, just, you know, saying the things that the algorithm tells him to say. I mean, just mind-boggling. Unfortunate news, in Alabama, a mayor killed himself right after a right-wing blog doxed him and outed his cross-dressing. Bubba Copeland, the mayor, shot himself in front of police on Friday, days after he begged 1819 News not to expose his private life. Again, as mentioned, Mississippi definitely coming in the last 5. Alabama coming in the last in state rankings now. And I don't know, man. I just wanted to say, to any drag queens out there in Alabama, don't let them win. Don't let them win, for fuck's sake.
I don't know anything about this guy. I know he's a pastor in addition to being a mayor.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that there's a lot he and I would disagree with,
Sure.
disagree about. But I don't know. It's always sad. And like what's really sad to me about this particular story was I learned about it on Twitter.
Yep.
Where a lot of people who think of themselves as serious Christian people talked about how it was his sin and his shame about being a sinner. And like, listen, when Mayor Bubba Copeland was Brittany whatever, she was like, she looked happy and beautiful and fun, and this story just is sad.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, there's no sense. All right, moving on. This is an interesting new category of news. This is my news post with the most. How crazy is that? In a shakeup of the late night television landscape, stand-up comic Taylor Tomlinson, 29, did not know that, will take over the time slot after the Late Show with Stephen Colbert on CBS. This move makes her not only the only woman in the job on a late night show on network television now, but also the youngest by 2 decades.
And she's not even a man, Eric.
Just like, but I mean, guys, what does this tell you about what's happening behind the door?
Can they do that?
Is that allowed? No, but like, honestly, they have looked at the demographics, they have looked at it, they have looked at the folks like in our Zoom audience going woohoo and said, you know what, we gotta get more young people and women on the air.
What would Conan O'Brien say if he were still alive?
Well, to piggyback off what Michael's saying, all of her writers are dudes, right?
I don't care.
I mean,
I don't.
Evidently, she says funny things, so we can only assume.
All right. Well, this
See,
incredibly
jokes, I think this is awesome, and she is extremely funny. She doesn't need writers.
Absolutely, 100,000%. Also, I'm glad she's not a baby boomer. Fuck.
This news segment brought to you by Fuck the Patriarchy. Fuck the patriarchy. Try it. Moving on.
Oh, fuck it.
Dude, you know our buddy Dean? Do you know Dean's a grandpa? Dude, look at it. This is Dean posted.
Is that a real human baby? That looks like a doll.
I know. Like
that's an adorable ass baby.
She is not even my kin, and this is holy crap, right? So Dean says, best studio guest ever, not like other guests that are just blah, 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 me all the time. Look.
As a former studio guest of Dean Geiken's,
Yep.
I will challenge this baby to a guest off.
All right.
Challenge accepted, Dean Geiken.
All right, dude. Dude, when this kid can talk, I will pay money to make sure this roast battle actually happens.
Oh, shit, yeah, dude.
You're on, baby.
You're going to get poo-poo headed so fast.
You're on, doll, baby.
All right, so my dear friend, Kara Cochran, not Cochran, she told me that, you know what I really like about your post, Eric?
Was anyone confused about that?
She said, I like that you have all these disappointing people and these terrible men, but then you'll post something cool about a windmill. And I was like, okay, so that's the formula. This is one from Bloomberg, and which is ranked as leaning left, which I think is garbage, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, AI could give coral a fighting chance in rapidly warming oceans. See, like, there's ways to, like, actually move them around by taking little snippets of coral and transplanting them in the right place, but it's very work intensive. It requires a lot of scuba divers. But in this image, there are robot arms, and there's AI doing something not terrible. So scientists are working on a unique solution to speed up coral restoration. Hey, maybe it'll do something. That's fun. So we always try to end on a hopeful animal story. This is pretty sweet. Just came in from New Jersey. A deer soars over 2 cars. Video shows the moment that a deer flew over 2 cars and into the back of a truck just as the owner was about to sell it. The buyer just pulled up after saying he was interested.
Stupid fucking deer. What a dumb bitch, dude.
Has been your heartwarming animal story closer from Facebook for the Blind for November 7th, 2023. Brought to you by... No, I don't have any more brought to you by. God damn it. Okay, on to you for a nice long round one there.
Round one.
Michael.
Here comes my big long round one. I just wanted to say happy 3rd anniversary to the funniest thing that happened in the history of ever. And here's a picture of Rudy Giuliani when he gave that press conference in the alley of that fucking weird place.
4 Seasons Landscaping. 4 Seasons Landscaping and Gardening.
And it was during this speech that his like whatever he used like dye. Yeah, his hair dye started dripping down the side of his face while he was speaking at the 4 Seasons Landscaping. Anyway, Happy 3rd anniversary to everyone who celebrates. It Girl at Aaliyah J says men will literally use your beauty products in the shower and not even know what it's for. Leave my dark spot exfoliating scrub alone. And Wholesome Brian says no. It's going on my balls. I love this. Edward James has this picture of this man who was arrested. It says, this man stole a car, and upon realizing there was a baby inside, he returned the baby, scolded the parents for leaving the car unattended with a baby inside, and then proceeded to steal the car again. Hashtag hero, voice of the culture.
They deserved it, honestly.
This guy is like, what the fuck? I got to talk to these people. Here we have a picture of a man in shades. I don't know, it's just looking cool. It says the Bible, the soul of Jonathan was knit to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. Christians, oh my God, they were roommates.
Nice.
Here we have a picture of two people being introduced to one another and shaking hands. The woman is labeled Nah. The man is labeled Wild, and it says, nah, this is wild.
No.
Here's a picture of a man sitting on the floor next to the bathtub playing the harmonica, and he looks very afraid. And it says, tip, spice up your panic attack with a harmonica. I think I just have one more for this round.
Now I kind of want to do that for the next time.
This is just a picture of a guy from like the neck up, and it looks like a Snapchat. And it says, dentist said I grind in my sleep. He real as fuck for that. That's all I got for round one. Kicking it over to you, TD. Take it away.
Alrighty. Hi everybody. It's time once again for TD's often imitated, never duplicated short round one, brought to you by the official appetizer of Facebook for the Blind, fucking Crab Rangoons.
Crab Rangoons, they do a body good. Crab Rangoon.
Should just be called
sponsor,
Rangoons.
baby.
The official appetizer of
Yeah,
Facebook for the Blind. An American invention.
They're awesome.
Vaguely mislabeled Asian.
Craboon.
Of course we invented it. It's a deep fried cream cheese ball.
Now a friend of mine was like, what are you
saying? It's a lot of syllables.
That's American. I go, how many other Asian foods are you aware of that have cream cheese in them?
The best ones,
right?
Excuse me, with this Mugu guy pan, can I get some?
All right.
That says American is General Cho's chicken.
General So, man. Rock on, TD.
I love that stuff too. All right, all right, here we go. First up, I got from Sports Savages. It just says, I'm about to get kicked out of this supermarket because in the foreground there's a big pile of muskmelons or cantaloupes, as you people call them. And then in the background, it's a Gatorade display with a basketball hoop. Yep, I'm about to get kicked out of this supermarket. Be like Reggie Miller draining threes.
Hilarious. All right.
All right.
This is Google.
Next up. Here we go.
Fucking with you.
From Red Squirrel, some guy I just met. It says, this poor couch looks terrified. And it's a bunch of people. They're either getting the couch off of the van or putting it on top of the van, either or. And the couch, as they're sliding on the van, it's on its back. So like the console is opened, and with its cup holders in the console open, it looks like a terrified scream.
I like it.
Okay. Thank you. I was going to say maybe I'm high. I don't know.
This is no. It's funny as fuck. It's just hard to describe. It looks like cartoonishly scared.
It is very hard. I mean,
I think TD,
it's an easy concept to get when you're looking at the picture.
Yeah, you know what? I would have gone, TD, I would have gone with this. It's got bugged out eyes and a dropped open mouth going, ah! Something like that. That
Yeah. That's another way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's okay. Next up, from Dean Roach new says it's a text conversation. Says, "Hey, this is your Uber driver. I'm inside. You mean outside? Unfortunately, no." And it's a picture of a car driven into a stairwell. And the guy goes, "This you?" Guy's like, "Yep."
Why are you texting?
Like, I have so
You're
many
gonna have to
questions.
cancel that ride.
Dude, that's so beautiful, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 0 stars. Wouldn't I recommend?
I
Yeah, you're
enjoyed
not
it.
getting a positive review, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Look at
All
how
right,
short that
moving
response is.
on.
What's he saving time for? He's there for a bit. Like, type along.
Right.
Make a friend. Oh man.
Oh Lord. Okay. Friend of the show, friend of the universe, friend of you and me, Jason Jester posts this one. And
Hey.
it says, "And neither will shut up," because it's a red and black yin yang symbol, but at the top dot is a brain and the bottom dot is a heart. And it says, "Inside of you are two dipshits."
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that one. All right, next up.
Oh fuck yeah.
Some dipshit named Andrew Teedy. I know him. I posted this. This was me yesterday, my first day back at work in like 2.5 months. It says, when the boss is coming and you need to pretend you're doing something, and it's a guy standing at like the shoreline of a pond or an ocean or something, and he's nailing nails into the sand where the water line is, trying to hold the water in.
Yeah.
This is why I don't go on vacations.
Yeah.
This is the kind of shit I would be doing all day, and I wouldn't be able to let myself stop until I was done with all of it.
Yeah, no, I can confirm I would do that too.
I'm going to work on something.
Yeah,
Might as well get
I'm
paid
gonna
for
find
it.
I'm gonna find something stupid to keep me busy and not enjoy myself. All right, next up.
Next up.
Rare insults, friend of the show. It's got a picture. It's labeled Mel Gibson, Jason Momoa, and their son. And sure enough, it's a picture of Mel Gibson, Jason Momoa, and a very Gibson-looking Peter Dinklage.
Oh man.
He got the same cheesy look on his face.
Never forget, Dinklage was in a ska band in college playing a trumpet. And that's an image I can never get out of my head.
I want to hear that ska band now.
Me too.
I'm not looking it up. I'm off the clock. All right, moving on.
Fair enough. Yeah, next up.
We'll never know.
Internet Hall of Fame, friend of the show, repost from Amy at She with Love. Oh, Shine with Love. I'm sorry, I can't read. Indiana Education. But no, she posts, people who are allergic to peanuts. I can't. It'll kill me. People who are allergic to gluten. I can't. It'll wreck my body. People who are lactose intolerant. Humans cannot achieve immortality anyway, and life not lived to the fullest is no life at all. Hand me a gallon of milk.
Oh God. Jesus Christ.
That's oddly true. Next up.
Wow.
This is the last one I got for my short round one here. This is from Papa Wolf and Krampus. And it's got a picture. It's a 2-panel. The first picture is a very young Kurt Russell. I'm thinking from probably the movie The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes.
Nice.
And it says, me, and he's smiling, young, very happy looking. It says, me, excited to learn about psychology to understand people better. Bottom panel is Kurt Russell from the John Carpenter classic Escape from New York as the character Snake Plissken.
Snake.
Looking pissed off as a motherfucker. Says, me after I understand people better.
Snake Plissken.
And yeah.
I heard you were dead.
Snake Plissken, yes.
By the way, fun fact, I have seen that 157 times.
Okay. I can't blame you, dude. I've seen some of his other work with John Carpenter, like The Thing and Big Trouble in Little China, probably about 200 times a piece.
Awesome. In rotation. Yeah.
So
All right.
good.
Are we
All right,
done?
but yeah, that's all I got for my world famous. What?
Your wiener.
Okay. Anyway, that's all I got for my world famous, often imitated, never duplicated short round one, brought to you by Crab Rangoons. Over to you, Mr. Sizemore.
Oh, man, I should drop the Crab Rangoons in there again. We're gonna do this.
No, you're okay.
We're gonna do this so good. The Crab
Just
Rangoons are gonna
fix it in post.
beg us for to advertise. That's my plan. That's my whole plan.
Hey, as long as it gets me
Keep saying-
paid in Crab Rangoons, I don't care.
Keep saying plan until you have your memes pulled up. Plan. Plan.
Shibboleth.
Plan.
Then we can fix this in post. And that's the plan.
Yep. Hey, getting into my wholesome round one. And I just wanted to report to our West Coast fans that California now has a state bat. The pallid bat was picked up due to its contributions to pest control and wildfire prevention. So Smokey the Bat is California's new state bat. I think that's
Also, Eric, I just learned today that bats are the gayest mammal.
Yeah. How did you learn that? What were you doing with the bat?
Wrong question.
Yeah, how did you come about this information?
I was on Twitter and I saw a meme and it said that there's a higher percentage of gay bats than of any other mammal. And I'm not sure if it was a meme or if it was supposedly a card that the Riddler was sending to Batman. But I don't think they would have written that on a meme on Twitter if it wasn't true. So there you have it. Homosexuality more prevalent in bats than in any other mammal.
That explains a lot of vampire fan fiction.
There you go.
Dude, I am gonna go back and edit that audio and record you saying I saw it in a meme on Twitter.
No reason to be suspicious.
And I'm going to use that as a sample and a little stinger that we can play during the show.
You're like a villain telling me
I
your
am.
master plan.
Yeah, you
I am going to take that audio out of context.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you what I'm going to. And this will be your ruin.
No, Mr. Labune, I expect you to die. I expect you to die from these 46,000-year-old worms that were found in Siberian permafrost, brought back to life, and started having babies via a process called parthenogenesis, which does not require a mate. So like tribble worms, 46,000-year-old tribble worms.
Just what we need, another incel parasite.
For you. Anyway,
We're bound determined to kill ourselves and deny the science that does it.
I know, it's so cool. We have so many nice scientists too, but then a little PSA here from Edward Said. You know, no cause, no God, no abstract idea can justify the mass slaughter of innocents. That's right, Edward Said. Moving on, friend of the show, Dave King, has this beautiful photograph of the fountain behind the Illini Union in the University of Illinois, with a little, I don't know, what would you say, like a little angelic cherub kind of little person with a staff and a hand out, and they've framed the full moon behind clouds right in it like it's an orb. Anyway, it's all lit up. It's really cool. And that's just a shot with a phone, because that's a cool thing that we can do these days.
Can you zoom in on the guy below this? Like, yeah, that guy, right there. What's he doing?
He's got like a battle axe, or a scythe, an axe or a scythe. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, who knows? Moving on. Leftover memes from Halloween. Forever Horror posts this person's changing lives, because they've got an entire 55-gallon plastic trash can full of VHS, and it says, please take only one horror VHS per child. See right there on Child's Play. Creep Show is a good. Ooh, dolls. Oh, I haven't seen that one in a long time. Anyway, Psycho 2. That was fun. Here's a picture of oh god, I keep forgetting her name. It's Sarah Huckabee Sanders or something like that. The Arkansas governor. And I just posted it with finally an explanation, because she is wearing this hideous floral print muumuu. And I want to clarify, It is not the floral print. Facebook for the Blind is not anti-floral print. Neither are we anti-Moo.
No.
We are anti-Sarah Huckabee Sanders. And it's captioned, ladies, this is what happens when you have no gay friends.
We're also against this outfit for this occasion.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was posted by Cassandra Ann Taylor, and who said, just think some poor drapery died for that dress. And I immediately went to the same imagery of Carol Burnett descending the stairs as a genteel Southern woman with nothing to wear to the ball, who then, makes a dress out of curtains, but it's like it's absolutely ludicrous. This was on in reruns when I was a kid, and multiple people were like, I came here to post this. I came here to post this. And then other people commented, I could give a shit about the curtain muumuu she's wearing. What the fuck is up with that wall? Is that carpet? Look at, there's shadows on the, I didn't even notice. I was so distracted by the dress that I was like, who vacuums their walls? What is
plant? It's a living wall. I'm telling you what it is. It's ivy.
No, I don't believe it. That ivy's too cool for this woman. There's no
possibility. Ivy's what you see at the outfield at Wrigley, not at this hellhole.
And then next to it, this is some type of, mutated wood paneling. All of this is wrong. There's no rail on these stairs either. This is all just a health hazard to the people of Arkansas. And I'm going to take a stand right after this show. Moving on, friend of the show, Chad Uppitz, a California comedian, has reposted this from Horror Weekly's post. Horror Weekly's has a picture of a longhorned goat, Charlie the goat, who played Black Phillip in The Witch. So terrifying and frustrating on set that he now is not allowed to work in the show business anymore. You'll never do another movie again, Charlie the goat. And he lives on a farm in North Carolina. Absolute king. The goat. And Chad's like, the literal goat. I thought that was great. Friend of the show, Kristen Unakis, fun lady. She says, when I say I was born in the wrong era, and has laughter here, we have a black and white ad from back in the 50s or 60s, fun fonts from back then, and it says, are you depressed? Do you suffer from anxiety and migraines? You may need a lobotomy. Cures schizophrenia, panic disorder, OCD, chronic pain, violent outbursts, PTSD, ADD, Alzheimer's, and unmanageable loved ones.
It's true. It would change all of those things.
Only takes 10 minutes. And I'm just and I know that you gentlemen think otherwise, but it has to be said for the record, I would rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Hey, I'm a dad. I get a pass. Second to last for the wholesome round, friend of the show, Chris at MW Concert Video is posting a woman in a Make America Great Again MAGA red baseball hat praying, eyes closed, hands together. It says, dear Lord, I know that committing adultery with a prostitute and then lying about the money used to shut her up is all serious sins, but I really hate black people. And finally, Facebook for the Blind, FB4tB, a weekly memecast, has posted this lovely picture of crab rangoons at a local, some kind of marinara watering hole. And Out to Eat with Leo says, here we see the crab rangoons in their natural state, drinking from a sweet and sour sauce watering hole, unaware of the predator that lurks above them. And that wraps up my wholesome round one for Facebook for the Blind. Tossing it back to you. Quiet.
Here we go. Round two. The Dookie round. Glow Fuck Yourself is here tonight.
Glow Fuck Yourself.
Friend of the show, Glow Fuck Yourself. If you're not following Glow Fuck Yourself, go follow Glow Fuck Yourself. They say, yeah, here we have. Glow Fuck Yourself just says, I'm sorry, what? And we see someone has searched, when was running invented? And the answer comes up, 1748. Running was invented in 1748 by Thomas Running when he tried to walk twice at the same time.
What? I'm sorry, what, Lance?
Let me read that to you. Yeah, Glow Fuck Yourself had the same question. I'm sorry, what? Quora answers the question of when was running invented. They say it was invented in 1748. Running was invented in 1748 by Thomas Running when he tried to walk twice at the same time.
That hurts my brain.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I want TD to read this one. I don't want to do it.
Ooh.
Oh, you fucker. Oh, we're gonna traumatize Piggy this week. All right, Classic Neves. Classic Neves says the most dangerous type of canoes are volcanoes. And because volcanoes is spelled like volcanoes. Recoil Operator says, I'm gonna pronounce it like that now. I am too. It's no longer volcanoes, it's a goddamn volcano. I appreciate that, Lagoon, because you did give me one of my favorite insults of all time. You gave me douche canoe.
Ah,
Yeah, that was I had a bit about douche canoe back in the
Yes,
day.
you did. Yes.
I don't really
All right.
remember it.
Yeah, I don't either, but yeah.
Anyway, I did fucking hate it when people would call me a douche canoe. I hate the way it sounds, douche canoe. I think I would like it better
that's
if
like
it was.
that's like the Timu Maya Angelou. We
I
could
don't like that.
I use douche canoe almost daily.
I would like it better if it was douche canoosh.
Oh, there you go. I kind of like
Anyway,
that too.
American_Psycho says, this is why I avoid Dollar Tree crayons, and we see somebody holding a crayon, and the color of this crayon is dog wiener.
To be fair, that's about the appropriate color.
I wouldn't know because I'm colorblind. The Hard Times News, friend of the show, the hardtimes.net. Listen, if you're not following the hardtimes.net, where the fuck are you getting your hard times from?
Oh shit! Wow. Yeah.
Anyway, we have a picture of Rowdy Roddy Piper here from the movie They Live, wearing the iconic shades.
Hell yeah.
And it says John Carpenter announces release dates for They Live sequels. They laugh and they love.
God, I hate how funny that is.
That's terrible. That's I don't want to encourage you actually.
Trash can Paul.
Paul!
You thought I forgot.
I thought maybe.
It's a picture of a trombone here. If you're wondering, yes, I did send this to the trombone trio. Picture of a trombone. Trash can says, imagine having to, or I'm sorry, Trash can post this picture. It's a picture of a trombone. It says, imagine having to jerk your instrument off to change notes. Then at the bottom, we see a picture of a trumpet, and it says, this post was made by the Trumpet Gang. Well played, trumpets. This one's for TD. TD, I need you to read this one too.
Gladly, and I bet it's not the first time tonight I read this one. It says me stands up, and it says my dog, and it's that classic meme of from Rick and Morty, where Morty's standing there pointing, going, "You son of a bitch, I'm in," but it's a dog's head superimposed on Morty's body. So my dog, you son of a bitch, I'm in. I can definitely feel this because I can't go anywhere without my doggy entourage.
They have no idea where you're going. They're down as fuck.
Where are we going, bud?
My last meme for this round comes to us from Aborted Dreams. Friend of the show, Aborted Dreams, we've missed you. Hey. It's a picture of a guy trying to hand another guy a Bible, and the other guy has his hand up like, no, he doesn't want the Bible. And he says, no thanks. I'm not interested in eternal life. I've seen enough.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And that's all I got for round two. Back to you, TD.
Okay, let's do this. Round two, or as I like to call it, the irritable round.
The irritable round syndrome. I like that.
Yeah, my irritable round two. My
that's
irritable
good.
number two.
My
irritable number two. All right. Okay. What we got to start this off with? Because I totally forgot. Oh yeah. No, it's still brought to you by Crab Rangoons. Apparently.
Yeah, still, still, they're they're big fans.
Big sponsors. Pay me in Crab Rangoons. You don't have to give me money. Just give me unlimited Crab Rangoons.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, right, your stuff.
Yeah, memes, dude, memes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're gonna kick this. We're gonna kick this off from Hammer Horror Films. It says Vlad. It says Vlad the Impaler discovers marshmallows, and it's a little 3-panel comic after that, and it's got Vlad the Impaler looking very Vlad-like, and he's holding the marshmallow, and then he's sticking the marshmallow with the little wooden stick, and he's staring at the marshmallow on the stick, going, "Well, these are fucking great." That has been Vlad the Impaler discovers marshmallow.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah, it made me chuckle. All right, next up. Shitpost Gateway, front of the show, Shitpost Gateway. If you're not following Shitpost Gateway, then where are you getting your gateway to your shitpost? Says POV, you entered your great grandfather's room in Argentina, and it's this old crusty white guy looking at a map of Europe, and most of it's highlighted German Empire. Do with that information what you will.
Nice.
All right. Moving on. Internet Hall of Fame, friend of the show. Repost from Alexander says the word daddy has been so sexualized that my kids are gonna have to like call me bro or some shit.
That's fine.
You know what? I
think I agree with that.
You can't get away from it though. Because when Parker was born, I really I told her to call me Da, and she called me Da for like 4 years. But they go to school, and then she comes home and she says, "Hey Da, how come everybody else has a daddy, and I just have a Da?" And I was like, "Oh, Da and daddy mean the same thing." She goes, her eyes get really wide. She goes, "You're my daddy?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, that's who they're talking about." I was like, "Yeah, they're talking about their Da, but they say Da, they say daddy, and you say Da." Fucking last time she called me Da ever. It was daddy ever since then, unless she wants money. Then she's like, "Hey, Da," and I just give her my wallet. Anyway, best of luck to you, Alexander. It's not going to fucking work.
Nice.
On that note, moving on. All right, Labune has spoken. All right.
He has spoken.
Yeah. All right. Friend of the show, Satan. Hail, Satan.
Hail, Satan.
He says, I don't know who owns that house, but I understand their decision in life. And it's a picture of this very odd little island that's got like a huge slope, and it's like just this one giant grassy field of an island. But there's one house built right in the middle of that motherfucker. And yeah.
Jesus.
I'm down. I appreciate the pettiness. The lady say, fuck all y'all.
Interesting.
I appreciate that.
You'd have to eat a lot of fish. It's a lot of eating fish.
You know what? I'm okay with seafood, dude. I'm okay with it.
Could you even grow potatoes? I mean, dude.
I don't know.
It'd be tricky, but doable, but tricky.
I don't know.
Okay, rare insults. Repost from Frank Swain says, study 3 years for a degree, study 3 more for a PhD, join labs, start working, spend years studying problem, form hypothesis, form conclusions, report findings, clear peer review, findings published, reported in press. Guy on internet, bullshit.
The fuck kind of PhD can you get in 3 years?
Something
that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, then you cut that to, like maybe if you're Doogie Howser, you get a PhD in 3 years,
or if you got it from like, I don't know,
University of Phoenix.
Do you see the first episode of Community where he's just like, "Why are you in community college? I thought you had a degree from Columbia." He says, "Yes, and now I need one from America."
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. All right, next up.
Moving on.
That's good. That's good. Uh, Internet Hall of Fame. Last night, Corona led me down a YouTube rabbit hole, and I ended up watching a video of an Australian cheesemaker making Parmesan. He starts his videos by saying, "G'day, curd nerds," and all the comments are Italians telling him to go fuck himself. I want to see these videos.
Man, I'd watch it.
Yeah. All right, next up. Friend of the show, Devin Sawa, says showing up to school after a doctor's appointment, and it's that meme of Leonardo DiCaprio from Django Unchained where he's looking like a pompous douche, but he's holding up a McDonald's Happy Meal.
Oh,
That was
man.
the only good thing about coming in from a doctor's appointment. You had that McDonald's lunch. That was the shit, man.
Only slightly localized
Okay.
here. Sometimes a slice of Garcia's pizza. That used to be it. That used to be the thing. That's so fun.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey, okay, next up here. Friend of the show, once again, Jason Jester says, "I'm sorry, I thought we lived in a free country." There's a little news clip here of Somerset Gimp banned from wearing a gimp suit in public for crawling, wriggling, and writhing on the ground for 5 years. And it shows a picture, his mug shot, and it shows him in a gimp suit. But I want you to take a look from when this was published. This was Friday, guys. This just happened. This is breaking fucking meme news.
Wow. Wow. What kind of writhing you think you did? It was like
I don't want to
like,
think about it, dude, because that might give me nightmares. It might give me, tingly feelings. I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
but I mean, the thing, I mean, did they make a law like that day? They're like, all right, we need a law.
That's my question. How the fuck is this illegal?
Exactly. But
But he did it for 5 years.
Oh, I thought he was banned for 5 years.
It took people 5 years to say we got to do something.
okay, five years to make a law. That's that sounds more legit.
That's about right.
No, look at the parentheses.
Yeah, that's logical.
He's banned for 5 years.
Crawling, wriggling, or writhing on the ground.
And parentheses.
Banned
for 5 years. So cut all that out. Somerset Gimp banned from wearing a gimp suit in public for 5 years.
Do it for the children. All right, moving on.
We'll see you in 5
Moving
years.
on.
That's all I have to say. We'll see you in 5 years. Get your act together.
All I gotta say is gimping ain't easy. All right, moving on. Joe the Animal Nancy. This pic of Stevie Wonder taking a picture of Michael Jackson actually makes more sense than all the other crazy shit happening in the world right now. And sure enough, it is a picture of Stevie Wonder taking a picture of Michael fucking Jackson. Yes, this makes more sense than everything else. Ever.
Awesome.
All right, next up.
Wow.
Yeah, it is pretty impressive. All right, this is my last one for round 2 here. Once again, in front of the show, Shitpost Gateway shows a picture of a little fetus saying, "Please not be France or Canada." And then the baby's born and looking at the doctor going, "Hello, sir, where am I?" And the doctor goes, "Quebec." And it's just that, shit-eating grin meme face.
Quebec.
Nice.
Like how bad is Quebec and Montreal and all that when Canadians and French people hate them?
I don't know the hatreds.
That's all I got. That's all I got for round 2. Back to you, Mr. Sizemore, sir.
All righty. Stop and share and coming back and doing a thingy, doing a thing, doing a show, doing a whole thing. Boom. This episode and my irreverent round 2, the irritable round, whatever the hell we just renamed it. Brought to you by Pink Guillotines. Yes, Pink Guillotines. Now with magnets. Fucking magnets. How do they work? You can get this for $4 by just sending me money. Send me your email, send me your postal address in the chat or email or Facebook. I don't care. $4, free shipping, 2 for $7, and I will send you something, which is, by the way, it's a completely unique, thing. We never ever promised that at all. So anyway, there you go. This next post here is from Eric Sizemore. What? Picture of Satan. Looks quite a bit like Satan from Labyrinth, I'd say. Huge horns, sitting on a couch with a woman in a dress, and they're just happy and smiling. Maybe it's on the set. I don't know. It's pretty fun. And it says, when you see a few red flags, but you're sure you can change him. That joke never gets old. Am I right? Am I right? Friend of the show, Stephen Abram, posted this picture of some congressmen that are actually on one knee on the floor of our Congress. And it is quoted from Matthew 6:5. When you pray, don't be like the hypocrites who love to pray publicly on street corners and in the synagogues where everyone can see them. I tell you the truth, that is all the reward they will ever get. I was like, yeah, man, it's right. It's right.
I also want to point out that there's at least 3 of these members are wearing those godless dress shoe sneaker shoes with suits, and that's actually
that's because
as offensive
they're old and have bunions
as the Christian nationalism. I just
what?
want to say equally offensive.
You know what? I'm gonna grant you that. Anyway, it was quite fun, and
that's what I got for your sneakers.
I also actually made a meme years ago, and I was so thrilled that I could find it because I used it in the comments because it's the old Ford logo, except I've written GOP on it, and it says hypocrisy is job 1. Remember that? I like that. I always thought that was a good one. I always thought that was a pretty good one. I'm not going to go into detail, but me and several friends of mine were sharing this one. It's Alice in Wonderland addressing the Cheshire Cat, and this is from Father Nathan Monk. And the Cheshire Cat is, well, it's captioned me if I was Alice. Cheshire Cat's like, we are all mad here. And Alice says, at me?
Yeah, this is classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
My whole life. Yeah.
I know, right? Okay. Yeah. So anyway, friend of the show, Kristen Unakis, posted a memory from 1 year ago with that recorder. You remember the recorder you used to play in grade school, except this one is loaded with 4 lit joints. So he's only got to hold down 2 holes. And Kristen's captioned it, shaking my head. Why didn't we think of that?
No shit.
Oh, and your buddy's holding the rush hole. I hadn't noticed that. He's holding the...
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so he's holding down 3 holes. Anyway, point being...
Dude, I want to do this with cigarettes.
I want to do it just like it is in this picture.
All right, I don't know if you guys saw, but I couldn't resist playing with our logo, so I renamed it the Facebook for the Blind KMFDST episode 131. Did any of you get the did anybody get that reference?
No.
I'm curious. No, not at all.
No.
KMFDM, one of the greatest industrial bands, and people were like, what is KMFDM? And they were like, oh, it stands for Kill Motherfucking Depeche Mode, which is such a great name for a band. And I made it into Kill Motherfucking Daylight Savings Time because it is time to make fun of Daylight Savings Time. That's right. Intersectional.
How did we not get that?
You didn't get Kill Motherfucking Daylight Savings Time? Well, I don't know, because you don't read. I mean, basically, intersectional memes and feminist dreams passes along Marshall Scott at Marshall_Scott says, did we do it? Did we save the daylight? Here's a shot from Stonehenge where British grocer of Burlington comments, it's been a busy night at Stonehenge this Sunday as the staff work all night to move the stones back 1 hour. Truck hauling the stones there.
A lot easier than it used to be.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. But boy, friend of the show, Johnny Cardinal, posts from the classics collection. If it wasn't for daylight savings, I wouldn't have any savings at all.
Get the fuck out of here.
And my last one for Kill Motherfucking Daylight Savings Time. You guys let me down on that one. Friend of the show, Eric Sizemore, reposting Tim Harbert with "What the fuck" memes and other quotes. Let's all sing. When the moon hits your eye like it's
like
full
it's
45, that's November.
November.
How does the
We should
smoker
never
have
do
the
that again.
longest sustainability? How did I do it? That is daylight savings time. Can fucking die. Kill it with fire. For round 2 for Facebook for the Blind for November 7th, 2023. Moving on to the penultimate round. That means the almost like you explain it, Michael. Brought to you by Crab.
Means next to last.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a much better way to say it.
Says I'm screen sharing, but I'm not so sure. Can you guys see
Yeah, I
everything
can see it.
fine?
Yeah.
You see the happy atheist? All right.
Yeah.
BLG Memes, friend of the show, BLG Memes. Has this picture of a cartoon. It's kind of like 3 panels. The genie's talking to the guy, and he says, 3 rules. No wishing for death. No falling in love. No bring back dead people. And the guy responds, I wish puzzle pieces would moan when they fit correctly. And the genie says, there are 4 rules. Next, we have the hardtimes.net. Friend of the show, the hardtimes.net. It says daylight savings time causes Punk Show to accidentally start on time.
Oh, shit. Are they talking about us?
We're pretty punk rock. Middle Class Fancy, friend of the show and voice of our culture. Middle Class Fancy has Ogre Time. This is 2 panels. Ogre Time posts a picture here, and they just said it's a picture of Childish Gambino and Drake. And they just say Childish Gambino and Drake. And Gary posts a picture. It says my Uncle Ray and Aunt Lisa. Who the fuck cares? And there's a picture of, I guess, Gary's Uncle Ray and Aunt Lisa. Mason Meninga, friend of the show, Mason Meninga, friend of mine, Mason, what's up?
Hey.
I want to talk about this a little bit. He says, quote, did you hear about this Covenant Eyes thing? End quote. Me, an evangelical. And it's a picture from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The lion says, do not cite the deep magic to me. I was there when it was written. Aslan, right? Aslan.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about this Covenant Eyes thing? It has to do with the new Speaker of the House.
The what?
Okay, so Mike Johnston, the Speaker of the House, Johnson, whatever.
Yeah, Mike Johnson.
A video resurfaced from him from a few years back, and he's talking about how he uses software called Covenant Eyes, and what it is it's a tracker that people install in their devices, and anytime you look up anything pornographic or suggestive, it sends a report to someone of your choosing.
Oh wow.
The weird thing is that he said that he has his set up to go to his, at the time, 17-year-old son, and his 17-year-old son had his set to go to his dad. What was so funny to me about this was watching how people were freaking the fuck out about this. They had never heard of such a thing. Those of us who were raised in evangelical culture know that this is just normal. Like, this is just like, this guy is just a normal evangelical guy. Yeah, he's terrifying for sure. But anyway, yeah, Mason's not new to it either. He was there when the magic was written. Hard Times is back. Friend of the show, the hardtimes.net. At this point, if you're not following the hardtimes.net yet,
yeah, what's wrong?
Fucking grow up.
Yeah. Who hurt you?
Picture of a couple guys playing guitar. They look like nerds. It says mathcore band sets time signature back for daylight savings time. Sorry. Moving on. This is a really blurry picture of an old person waving, and it says, point of view, you're a cow on the side of the road in the Midwest.
Oh.
Yes.
I just think this is wholesome as fuck. Here's a picture from Yazoo, and it just says guys will see this and just think, hell yeah. And I don't know. It's a picture of a shark with really big boobs wearing a bikini top.
No, I'm not thinking hell yeah. I'm thinking what the fuck.
Hell yeah. And my last meme for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most, comes to us from Sword Girlfriend at Punished Garage, friend of the show, Sword Girlfriend. And it says, when guys show you a YouTube video, you have to understand that's a sign of great respect in their culture.
Yes.
That's all I got for round 3. The penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Back to you, TD.
All right, guys, time for round 3. And I made a mistake last week. I thought we were going to kill a bit, but you know what? Screw that. This bit's going to live forever. Let's bring these turkeys in.
Oh, the turkeys.
Call the cows in from the back pasture. He's doing it, y'all.
We're gonna alphabetize our cookbooks. Okay, let's do this.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Bring the something that rhymes with gobble.
Slap some Crisco on the griddle.
No, I mean, that's just common sense. All right, Internet Hall of Fame, friend of the show, Internet Hall of Fame once again here. It says receptionist at the dentist's office will look you dead in the eye and ask if you're available 4 months and 13 days from now. Yep. Thank you, Pastor Kyle. All right, moving on.
Nah, I can't.
Oh, well, then we'll talk about this meme some more.
Staying right here.
Staying right here. Like I said, Internet Hall of Fame reposting from Pastor Kyle at It's Quail or Qual. What is that word? Qual.
Quail.
Yeah, that is true. That is
kale.
true.
It's kale.
Yeah. Receptionists do like look through the barriers of space and time, like, hey, what are you doing like at 3:15 p.m. exactly 84 days from now?
And here's the thing, TD. I'm not really so sure. It's too far in advance.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm unstuck in time.
Well, yeah, but that's the point.
All meaningless.
Okay. Yeah, we've debated this long enough. Moving on.
Boom. Thank you for stretching.
Hey, I do what I can.
Nobody
do,
even noticed.
Internet
I'll have you know.
Right. Internet Hall of Fame once again. God damn it. I hate both of you. All right, Internet Hall of Fame once again. It says, what's a little fun fact about yourself? And someone commented, I turned 11 on 11/11/11. Edit. That's 11/11/11 for the non-Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a cultural calendar joke in there.
That's brilliant.
All right, moving on.
I love it.
Thank you. I thought you would. Hey, I've seen this meme before. Friend of the show, Non-Aesthetic Things, post the meme I read for Labuna a round or two ago with Morty as a dog going, you son of a bitch, I'm in. And that's just as funny now as it was then. All right, moving on.
Maybe
Dude,
even funnier.
It's funnier as a callback, actually.
Thank you. Friend of the show, Chicago history. Says
Hey.
Chicken soup for the Chicago soul. Says welcome to Illinois. Winter's at 6 a.m. Spring starts at 10 a.m. Summer's at 2 p.m. And fall starts around 4:30-ish. Dress accordingly.
Legit.
Yeah, that happened today. Okay, moving on. Hey, Labune, why don't you read this one?
This meme comes to us from friend of the show, Satan.
Hail Satan.
What up?
Hail Satan.
Says, Dear Atheists, how is it that cavemen survived the asteroid, but the dinosaurs didn't? And the first response says, social distancing. They stayed 65 million years apart.
Oh, that's great. That is great.
That one warms my cockles. All right, I don't even know what cockles are, but they're warm.
I trust you have them too. I don't know why.
I probably do.
I don't know.
Midwest versus everybody at Midwestern Open. It says Midwestern Family Taco Night. It's got a picture of some corn tortilla shells and some flour ones. It says grab a shell. Everybody gets to build their own, and like tacos pouch plus hamburger equals taco meat, and tomatoes, onions, sour cream, olives, shredded cheeses, and of course my favorite is the taco sauce labeled "Watch out, this stuff is spicy." Yep, Midwestern taco night.
Sad. But yes, love it. Now I'm hungry for tacos.
Yeah. I had Taco Bell tonight, actually. Hey, some douchebag named Andrew Titi. I know him. I posted this last fall. It says United in Coffee. It says life hack. Drink 17 coffees before lunch to transcend time and become a being of pure energy and get sent home for feeding croissants to the office printer. From Dave.
Nice.
Yes, I recommend this.
Well done.
All right. Next up. Internet Hall of Fame repost from Lindsay Thiessen says there needs to be a word for when you're starving but would also rather die than eat any of the food in your kitchen. I feel this.
Oh my God. Yeah. ADD
Right.
struggle is real.
Yeah. Right. Next up, from friend of the show, Satan once again. It's a 2-panel
Hail,
here.
Satan.
Thank you. First one is a dude in a 3-piece suit, and it says how society wants men to dress. And then the other one is a picture of the Mandalorian dressed up as the Mandalorian. This is how men want to dress.
I mean,
and yeah, I'm fair with that.
It's not wrong.
Disagree.
I mean,
I love wearing a suit. Love it.
I wear one 2 or 3 times a year, and it's just like, okay, yeah, no, I need my jeans and my t-shirt.
No, I had a funeral get canceled for tomorrow, and I was relieved. It's like,
well, how does one cancel a funeral? There's only one way I can think of that happening, and only one guy did.
Oh, my friend's wife died. My friend's wife.
The only reason I can think of that happening is the dude resurrected, and that's only happened 1 or 2 times there, Libyan.
Oh, gotcha. My
Lazarus and some other guy.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
My friend's wife died in Japan, and instead of having the funeral in Bloomington, they decided maybe it would be better to do it in Japan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right. But that's how you get a funeral canceled.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense now.
If you got a crossword puzzle or something, you need to figure out later.
I appreciate you. Yeah, some douchebag for real. Andrew Titi, I posted this a couple years back. Says it's so badass when people are pictured walking away from things that they just destroyed. And it's like picture of Iron Man walking away from a tank he just blew up, and John Wick walking away from a car he just blew up, and Heath Ledger is the Joker walking away from a hospital he just blew up, and some old white guy with a beard walking away from a bathroom he just blew up.
Perfect.
Yeah. Sad part is I'm starting to relate more to that old white guy.
Sad part is I relate more to the Joker.
I can see that from you. Friend of the show, Lex Harmon.
Oh, Lexi! I miss her.
She reposed from Sadgasm, and it's a picture of a Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force going, God has allowed me to live another day, and I'm about to make sure it's everyone's problem.
What a marvelous way to frame it.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to hang that up in my office.
That's precious. Yeah, I don't know why that's not just crocheted or cross-stitched,
Yes, I need that cross-stitched. Perfect. Yes, I need to get somebody on that.
I know a guy.
I need to call my cross-stitch guy. All right, friend of the show, Joe the Animal. Hey Joe, how you doing?
Hey.
He posted a picture here of just a nice little fall scene, kind of at ground level, just lots of leaves on the ground, looking very nice. It says autumn dog turds. They're out there. You just don't know where.
Oh. Wow.
As a dog owner of multiple dogs, I fucking agree with this.
Wow.
Stay in the country.
So much poop, dude.
You wanted to get home and away from those landmines, and you just built your own minefield all over again.
Yes, I did.
It's like a moat.
A moat of dog turds.
I love how Labune can just pull out the silver lining, the bright side of any turd that you drop.
And the fact that he had moat at the ready is
Boom.
most of us don't think of moats that often.
Not a couple times a year at most.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, moving on. Mercifully.
Love you so much.
This is the last one I got for round 3 here. From once again, friend of the show, Satan. It says
Hail,
it's got a
Satan.
picture. It's got a picture of like a robot, and then in the next picture, the robot's on its side, and there's a car sitting next to it. It says robot struck and killed by self-driving Tesla in Las Vegas at CES.
Fight!
Well, yes, Charles O'Brien says, or Charles Oberon, I'm sorry, says, we were so worried about the robots waging war on us. We didn't even consider them waging war on each other. That machine-on-machine crime, man.
Dude, how did these people miss Terminator? I don't understand. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, right? Like, and we're just marching toward it. But hey, that's all I got for round 3, leaving my post with the most. Over to you, Mr. Sizemore.
Awesome. That's a good place to
Talk slower and you'll have more time to pull your memes up. Try it.
Talk like this, Eric.
I got 2.
Hey, TD, let's me and you talk for a while. No reason.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, how you been, man? I haven't talked to you all week.
Been okay. How you been?
Yeah,
How long do you think it takes to pull memes up?
longer than this.
So heading into our penultimate round 3, with Vanity of Maine, shot of a vanity plate from Maine, and it just says, ew, people.
Yeah,
It's tight.
I need that footage.
No profanity there. That's a good one. It's a good way to go. Oh, that one's not working. That's fun. Hey, here's a guide to putting your clocks back. And we have 4 examples here. Smartphone, leave it alone. It does magic. Sundial, move 1 house to the left. Oven. Oven, you'll need a master's degree in electronic engineering or a hammer for the oven. And car radio, not worth it. Wait 6 months.
That is what I'm currently doing with my car.
Yep. This is a post from You're Kind of Making Me Uncomfortable, LOL. And it's a picture of like towels in some mall store, like all stacked to the ceilings. But we see one poked out and there's foam behind the towel. It's not a real stack of 5 towels. And it's captioned, businesses always have to find some way to lie to us. Huh. Moving on, friend of the show, not Sarah, genuinely Hillary at Smith Sarah 79 says, me, I can never tell if someone is flirting with me or just being friendly. Them, but maybe we should kiss until you figure it out. Me, like platonically or ham and cheese, friend of the show at hamandcheese.bsky.social. Me, invents a device that can talk to cats. Cat. Oh, God, finally, you understand. Whenever I meow for hours, it's because I want wet food. I know this was so opaque, so for you. Me, no, I knew that you wanted wet food the whole time, but you can't have it whenever you want. Cat, silent. Me, silent. Cat, first of all, fuck you. Moving on. Friend of the show, Casey Sigrist, posts this quote from Seneca, a little philosophy quote for you. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. But I'm thinking back to ew.
I don't know.
I know I'm going ew people, and I'm going Seneca. You're full of shit. Keys, you're not driving home. Next, Mike Ingram for everyone. And if you're not following Mike Ingram for everyone, why not? He's for everyone. He says, time for the ceremonial changing of the guard. And we see here a picture of the Halloween candy corn and the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. And it says, oh, there it is. Tag team. I guess the candy corn is tagging out the Christmas tree. Mike, of course, captions it, no, I don't have the slightest idea what I'm doing. Then we see an angry meme, and he's just saying, really? Right in front of my Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes?
I, I'll let you know. We've had a good time this fall talking about my obsession with pumpkin spice lattes. This is my other obsession. I'm starting to already hoard away Christmas tree cakes for when they go away in January.
This is hilarious.
Too filmy. Don't care for them.
The
Too filmy.
debates online are insane. That's all I know. The debate that like the energy that people anyway, I don't even care. Moving on. Here, friend of the show, Meg Slay has the picture of the slimy dude with the offer. Does he have a name? I don't know if he has like
Yeah.
he just looks
Bitcoin
like
guy. I don't know.
he's got
Smarmy douche.
smarmy douche in a suit doing the tented fingers with his hands. And it says trade offer. You receive 1 hour of extra sleep. You lose the will to live after the sun sets at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
What do you say? 2 years ago today, I posted this 6-panel from Jim Roth. We have a picture of a little internet guy with a spoon. I don't know if he has a name, but he says, "What is Sunday?" And then 3 more versions of him raising their hands going, "Daylight saving time. Who wants to do it? Nobody. Why are we doing it? We don't know." Seriously, oh god, it's true. And this, by the way, too, when civilization collapses, I want you to know it's because we didn't stop doing daylight saving time. It's the dumbest thing, and everybody knows that. Hey, but smartest thing, NASA, friend of the show, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, posts this picture called Devil Horns, and we see a lunar eclipse. We see our solar eclipse of a moon, but at sunset on the ocean, and it's like devil horns, and it's like off, like behind this boat. So you see, but dude, look at that. How
Dude,
cool
can
is
you
that?
imagine seeing this like 1,000 years ago?
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
What
dude.
is that?
That's why we think of things
You're
like
like on a ship.
Leviathan and Cthulhu.
Yeah, you would think the fucking Poseidon was coming out of the ocean.
Right? What is happening there? The sun is
Holy
going away.
fuck.
Isn't that cool? Thought that was really cool.
I don't like it.
Yeah. This one's from a friend of mine who's a fabricator, Owen, and this is from Batshit in Babylon, and it just says, imagine allowing that weld through quality control on a $130,000 car, and we see a gnarly weld. I'm not a welder, but that is a lot of char all around it. Looks sloppy. It's all over the place. And Batshit and Babylon has captioned it, "Welding Twitter will bring down Tesla." I was like, welding?
That is a very shitty weld, by the way.
Welding Twitter. Friend of the show, David King, reposts Sanjeev Kohli at Govindajegi, who says, "Arty farty people don't like to be called arty farty. They prefer the full, more pretentious artisan fartisan." Make a note of it. This one's from Housing as a Human Right, comic credit, all wit, no brevity, 4-panel, a brief history of starter homes. We have some settlers from America, and it says, we have a little family. It says, you can have these 200 acres for free if you promise to grow some turnips or whatever. In the next shot, we see some guys dressed from the 1920s, and it says, since you have a good job at the factory, son, you can definitely buy this 3-bedroom house with a huge yard. They're handing over the keys to a couple. Then we see a couple of hippies from the 90s, I guess, and it says, I guess you're both doctors with perfect credit. You can rent this 1-bedroom apartment. And then currently two Generation Z kids, and it just says, tents are in aisle 5.
Yeah.
Yep, sometimes it do be like that. Anarchitty, friend of the show, Anarchitty. And if you're not following Anarchitty, where are you getting your anarcho kitty? That's what I'm saying. Right here, we got a picture of a woman in a hoodie holding up a cat that she took a picture of, and it says, thinking about that time I was working at Sephora, and this customer brought in a cat to distract us from his homie stealing products, and we all fell for it. LOL. That's what you call news you can use. Moving on, I got 3-4 more from my post with the most. The Onion, friend of the show, The Onion posted back on this date in 2021. Times have not been kind to catapult manufacturers. We see a warehouse full of catapults. Report, catapult industry won't survive another year without a medieval war breaking out. It's all fun and games. So you look at that General Dynamics stock. That's all I'm saying. All right, got about 3 more. This one's from friend of the show, Anita Marie Echeverria, Cynical Comic. Did you turn me on to her, Andrew? I don't know.
Yeah, she used to. Well, she used to do open mics at Clark Bar.
She was here. Okay, as my grandmother said, I slept since then. We got a picture of a rug, but it's a Ouija board, and it says "looks great" until the Roomba accidentally summons a demon.
Yes,
I would never fucking have this shit in my house.
I would.
The other day, I think it was friend of the show, Lexi, said something about a Ouija board. It was her favorite aesthetic, and then all I got to thinking about was how much I was hungry for a Ouija themed charcuterie board.
I've seen those.
Covered in charcuterie. Yeah, that's
Y'all shouldn't be fucking with that shit.
You're scared of a piece of cardboard. Friend of the show, Anita Marie Echeverria, Cynical Comic, posts this one. We have a sort of an angry white dude. He's got red eyes. I guess he's angry. It says, Magic Mike grossed $160 million. And if you still think girls like dad bods, keep dreaming, pal. And the guy responds with, Shrek grossed $484 million, just so we're clear. Anita says, apparently women prefer green dudes. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And that ends my penultimate round, all but my post with the most. Back to you, Mike.
Here we go. Post with the most. Starts now. Chris at Young Lame says, had a dream my girl shit herself at the club, so I shit myself to make her feel better. Why the fuck we ain't just leave?
Nice.
That is very funny.
And that, oddly enough, was my post with the most this week. What was yours, TD?
Oh, mine. It's gonna leave you feeling some kind of way. Mine post with the most. My post with the most comes from a very surprising source, one I don't use very often. I'm stalling.
So good to stall. I'm not loaded up. Hang on.
It is a source, though, just not one that you usually use. Is that right?
It's one that you usually use, Mr. Levine.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, I do have a few.
This meme comes to us from wonderful people, top contributors to the show. Great guys. I'm stalling like a son of a bitch.
So good. Doing such a great job stretching.
Just great people all around. Not really, because it comes from our friends Shithead Steve and Trash Can.
Shithead Steve, keeping it shithead,
that's right.
keeping it Steve.
That's right. I'm stealing from Michael. Yes, I'm stealing from Michael's homies. Here we have Magic Johnson surrounded by not one, not two, but 12 lovely ladies in the early 1990s, all in their bikinis and swimsuits, and it says, "This had to be the day."
Jesus Christ, TD.
I had to do it, man. That made me laugh so good. This had to be the day. And if you know what I'm talking about, great. If not, good for you.
Oh, I think
that's my post with that's my post with the most. Let that one simmer in your brain pan. Over to you, Eric.
All right. Well, my post with the most was, strangely enough, this is one of those weird little avatar guys you make up. And it's just me with a megaphone and my little flannel. And I'm practically what I'm wearing right now. Just says, if I had a gag order imposed on me and violated it 3 times in less than a day, I'd be in jail.
Right.
Which I thought was really funny. And the thing is that that's not the funniest part of it. But as you can see, my Facebook's not working. I truly don't understand the technical issue. I don't understand why view more comments and clicking on comments is not working. Like, this works just fine for you guys, doesn't it? You're just like, that's not a thing it ever
We're not on Facebook.
You're not seeing this? What are you talking about?
No, I just mean I'm young.
Oh, that's funny. That's really good. Okay, so anyway, I said, if I had a gag order, and I'd violated it 3 times in one day, I'd be in jail. And friend of the show and founding Zaddy, George Hussein Cruikshank, said,
Quit using the word.
Mm-mm.
George said, if I was gagged and had been and had made 3 violations and was punished, that'd be a great day.
Fucking George.
George, I love you. Oh, you creepy bastard.
And that constitutes a full and wholly completed episode of Facebook for the Blind for November 7th, 2023, by the powers vested in me by the state of Illinois and the internet. We love you. Till next time. Mwah.
Love you, George.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.